Hello everyone, welcome to another video in our client education series where we seek to help better educate the public about cabinet refinishing and kitchen remodeling so you can have a better experience when it comes time to do your own project. Today we're going to explain each step in our refinishing process and why it's important. Now we do offer a lot of renovation services, so the process can vary depending on the project's scope. But for the sake of this video, we'll assume we're only completing cabinet refinishing. So we'll start on the first day that we arrive on site. On day one, we'll arrive at your home and officially kick off the project. Our staff will arrive and go over the details of your project to ensure that nothing has changed since you signed the contract. Next, our staff will begin disassembling your kitchen. The doors all come off and get meticulously labeled so we know exactly where the doors, drawers, and hinges belong once they go back. And once that's done, they get sorted by size and wrapped for easy and safe transport to our shop. Now with the doors removed, we begin the process of respraying all of the fixed elements of your cabinetry in your home. We want to cover and protect all of the surfaces in the kitchen so that we don't get overspray on them. So we begin meticulously masking off the cabinet openings, flooring, countertops, ceilings, and walls, unless they're soon to be repainted. Now it's very important that we choose our tape wisely for each surface that we're going to tape to. Every tape has different amounts of adhesion and some can potentially cause damage on walls or floors, especially if the floor finish or wall paint wasn't applied with adequate adhesion or it's worn and at the end of its lifespan. Another vitally important element of the masking process is our containment wall. We create a lot of dust in the process, so we create a wall around our work area and we seal it off to keep the rest of the home clean while we work. We do the same process for your cabinet openings so that you don't have to empty your cabinets. Next, we begin the prep process for the cabinetry. This is where the most important part of our process begins because it's the secret to great adhesion. Every inch of cabinetry is washed to remove any grease or contaminants. This is because nothing sticks to grease. It's a barrier to adhesion, and every kitchen has grease built up on the cabinetry from years of cooking. Once this is done, we begin sanding. Every square inch of cabinetry to be painted will be sanded. This is also vitally important for adhesion. Sanding creates a rough surface on a microscopic level, which allows our high adhesion primers to grab onto the surface to form a strong bond with the cabinets. And once the surfaces are sanded and the dust cleaned off, we get ready for priming. The cabinets will be primed with 2 coats of our high adhesion primer. This allows us to build up a nice thick surface which will fill in any minor imperfections that we then sand smooth to get a great final surface for the top coats. The primer is vitally important, not only because it sticks like glue, but also because it seals in potential stains or dyes that may come through from the original finish on your cabinets. Cabinets that were originally a stained hardwood are particularly susceptible to stains coming through if a stain blocking primer is not used. Low quality water-based primers have very little ability to seal in tough stains or dyes, so we use the industry's leading water-based 2-component primers. This means they're safe to be sprayed in the home, have absolute best adhesion possible, and will seal in any stubborn stains. They also look and feel almost as good as the top coat. This is vitally important for the final aesthetic result of the cabinets because the way the surface looks before you apply your top coat is the biggest determining factor in how good your top coat will actually look. Once the primer is sanded, cleaned, and ready for top coat, we catalyze our top coat and begin spraying it on the cabinets. The catalyst we use in our waterborne polyurethanes is like steroids for the finish. It makes the final product significantly stronger, gives it better adhesion, and makes it more resistant to stains, scratches, and chips. Finally, once the top coats are applied, we are ready to clean up. Dust is removed from the space before we take down our separation wall, and then we finally clean up the masking and we're ready to go. At this point, you'll be able to re-enter the kitchen and use it normally, albeit without your cabinet doors. Now I'll go over the process your doors go through in our shop. The reason we go to the trouble of hauling all your door and drawer fronts to the shop is because we want to ensure the absolute best quality finish possible. We have the most control over our final product in the shop, and doors are tricky to process since we need to respray all sides and we want to achieve a finish worthy of new cabinetry. So first the doors go to our prep room where they are degreased. They are then checked for damage under strong lights and filled wherever necessary. If you're opting for completely new handles, we will fill the existing hole locations so our staff can drill for new handles on site when the doors are installed. The doors are then sanded on all sides and sent to the booth for priming. Once in the booth, the doors are carefully double primed on all sides. When the primer is dry, they're sent back to the prep room for a final sanding, which will give it a glassy smooth finish before the top coats are applied. Finally, the doors are sent back to the booth for the sprayer to apply the catalyzed top coats, giving it the same beautiful and strong finish as the cabinets we sprayed on site. Now, once dry, the doors are carefully packaged for safe transport and taken back to the client's home for install. Now, on site, our staff carefully reinstall all of the doors and drawers and adjust the hinges to ensure all the door gaps are even. If new handles are needed, we'll drill new holes and install them, or just reinstall your new or existing handles using the existing holes. Finally, we will do a walkthrough of the project with the client to identify any small deficiencies or details that need touching up. The project manager or his assistant will complete the deficiencies, and then your new kitchen is ready to go. All in all, the process involves about 3 to 4 days on site where we refinish your cabinetry in the home, and your doors come back in about 2 weeks. As you can see, a lot goes into making sure your cabinetry looks and performs like new. But it's a fairly quick and painless process with everything considered. Now that you've seen the process from start to finish, we hope you'll be able to make a more informed decision when it comes time to choosing the right provider to refinish your cabinets. Each step in the process is vitally important, so you'll want to make sure that whomever you hire understands and executes the process well with a proven track record of performance. You will definitely encounter service providers who may use inferior products, who may finish your doors on site in your home, or may use a brush and roller to apply finish to parts of your cabinets. While the price point might be attractive, we just want to make sure that you go into your buying decision fully informed and understand how these elements will affect the final product, so you can choose a provider that fits best with your budget, quality, and durability expectations. When we hear from disgruntled customers of other refinishing companies, it's often the result of the provider over-promising and under-delivering, or the client not understanding how the provider's products and processes will affect the end result. And our goal with these videos is to help bridge that knowledge gap, because better informed clients can make better buying decisions. Thanks again for watching, and we wish you luck in whatever project you hope to take on.